What's the worst domino effect you've witnessed from someone's selfishness? When my roommate got our entire apartment building permanently banned from allowing pets, I knew I had to expose her. You see, I'd been living with Arena for about 8 months in this perfect downtown apartment. Pet-friendly places in our city are gold, and this building was one of the few that didn't charge insane pet deposits. The waitlist for units here was 2 years long specifically because they welcomed animals. Arena worked as a medical receptionist, seemed responsible, paid rent on time. Then one day she shows up with this massive German Shepherd mix named Zeus. When I asked about the pet deposit, she waved me off saying Zeus was her emotional support animal. I had anxiety, she said, showing me a certificate. At first I bought it. Mental health is serious, and who was I to judge? But then Zeus cornered our neighbor's 6-year-old in the hallway. The kid was terrified, screaming, while this 90-pound dog barked in his face. Arena just laughed. He needs to respect Zeus's space. That's when I noticed the pattern. Zeus would lunge at every dog we passed. Arena would yank him back and sweet-talk the owners, claiming he was a rescued service dog still adjusting to training. Then her downfall truly began. Our third-floor neighbor, Franklin, is a Marine veteran with a real service dog named Lola. This golden retriever literally saves his life, detecting seizures before they happen. One evening, I heard screaming from the hallway. Zeus had Lola by the throat. Franklin was on the ground having a panic attack, desperately trying to save his dog, while Arena just stood there on the sideline screaming, "Zeus, no!" Like that would help. Mrs. Feldman from 3B had to get him off Lola with her cane. Lola survived, but needed emergency surgery. Torn ear, puncture wounds covering her neck, $3,000 in vet bills. Franklin was destroyed. He almost lost his best friend. This dog saved his life in Afghanistan and now couldn't even work because she was too traumatized. And Arena had the nerve to tell people Lola shouldn't have startled Zeus. No sympathy whatsoever. That's when I started digging. I discovered more than I anticipated, and the truth was worse than I thought. I found the website where Arena bought Zeus's certification for $89. No training records, no behavioral assessments, just a printable certificate and a red vest from Amazon. But the rabbit hole went deeper. I found Zeus's original Craigslist listing. The previous owner's warning was chilling. Aggressive dog, needs experienced handler, absolutely no other pets or children, $50 firm. Arena had knowingly brought a dangerous dog into our building. Then I discovered her medicine cabinet stash, dog Xanax. She'd been drugging Zeus before every building inspection. That's why our landlord never saw his true behavior. I documented everything. Screenshots of the fake certificate website, the Craigslist messages, photos of the pill bottles. Even Mrs. Feldman had security footage showing 3 other attacks we didn't even know about. I knew our landlord Zach was coming for quarterly inspections. The night before, I swapped Arena's alarm clock batteries for dead ones. She overslept and couldn't drug Zeus in time. When Zach knocked at 9 a.m. sharp, Zeus went absolutely ballistic, barking and growling as if he was robbing the place. I was waiting in the hallway with Franklin and Mrs. Feldman as witnesses. Arena opened the door, and Zeus immediately lunged at Zach, teeth bared. She grabbed his collar, laughing nervously. "He's just excited. He's a service dog in training." Zach stepped back. "Where's his documentation?" Arena scrambled for her phone. "It's right here." That's when I stepped forward. "That's interesting, Arena, because this is the site where you bought that fake certificate for $89. I showed Zach my phone. Her face went white. "That's not. I have anxiety." Franklin spoke up, voice shaking. "That dog almost killed my service dog. My actual service dog. The one that detects my seizures." Mrs. Feldman added, "We have video. Multiple attacks." Zach, overwhelmed, had heard enough. He called animal control right there. Animal control ran Zeus's chip and found 2 previous attacks in other states. Arena had been running this same scam, moving each time someone caught on. She tried playing victim, crying about her anxiety, but Zach wasn't having it. The police arrived next and filed fraud charges for the fake service dog documentation and assault charges from Franklin. Arena's job called while the cops were still there, and I forwarded them the evidence that morning. Turns out she'd been using their medical system to fake prescriptions for the dog Xanax. She was fired on the spot. Zeus failed his behavioral assessment that afternoon. The veterinary behaviorist found he had an underlying illness that caused his aggression and got the proper care he needed. But here's the part that still makes me sick. The building's insurance found out about the attacks and threatened to drop coverage unless Zach implemented a complete pet ban. No more ESAs, no more service animals, nothing. Franklin had to move. Mrs. Feldman's daughter can't visit with her therapy dog anymore. 23 families with pets had to relocate within 60 days. But karma wasn't done with Arena. Now she's living in her car, blacklisted from every rental company in the state.